Welcome to my Monday Night Raw review. Monday Night Raw was very interesting, very compelling, and very good. The crowd tried to hijack Monday Night Raw, but they wanted Punk, and WWE didn't give them CM Punk, but they did something that was better. They gave them the IWC what they wanted, and that was a great night for the Internet darlings. Um, Great show. Maybe called the greatest show ever. I wouldn't go quite like that. It wasn't the greatest Raw ever, but it was a pretty damn good one. In the show, we kicked it off with CM Punk's music hitting. Out comes Paul Heyman. Heyman grabs a mic, basically putting CM Punk over as his friend, then tearing him to shreds, saying the reason why he's gone is because of the fans when they stole CM Punk away. And this all started with CM Punk losing to The Undertaker, which was his downward spiral, which would make sense to a lot of people. Also, the whole thing, he says Brock Lesnar will avenge CM Punk's loss last year, and Brock Lesnar will beat CM Punk. Brock Lesnar comes out and says everybody that has faced Undertaker before WrestleMania were failures, and he won't be. Brock Lesnar basically saying he's better than Undertaker, and Undertaker is scared of him. As he's leaving the ring, though, Mark Henry comes out, tries to confront Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar ends up hitting him with the steel steps and F5s him through the announce table. Really good starting segment to get the crowd focused on something else. So very smart by the Next, we have a tag team title match: New Age Outlaws versus the Usos, and a great matchup. This match was good start to finish. Great chemistry with both teams. The Usos finally win the tag team titles. The Usos splash on, I think it was Billy Gunn. 1, 2, 3. I give this match grade a 3.5 stars. Um, they're supposed to have a rematch main event tomorrow. I'll tell you more about that later. Then we see Big E versus Cesaro. Big E wins by DQ about 2 minutes into it due to Swagger interference. And after the match, Cesaro gets in Swagger's face. Big E ends up hitting the big ending of Cesaro. That's interesting. Then we have Emma and Santino defeating Fandango and Summer Rae. Okay, I like Emma. I like Summer Rae. I like Fandango. I like all four of these people. But we've seen them over, over. It gets kind of annoying after a while. Do something different. Do something different, dude. We beg you. We want difference. Everybody. This match gets a 1 star. Not impressive. Then we see the Bella Twins defeating Alicia Fox and Asana. 1 star. A piss break match for a lot of people. Sheamus beats Christian like the fourth time in 3 weeks. Sheamus was the bro kick. You see, the thing is, Sheamus and Christian have good matches, but no one cares. You see, we've seen it too many times. I understand what they're trying to do, but they turn Christian to a heel and then they still have him lose. Makes no sense to me. Sheamus wins. I rate it 2.5 stars. After later in the night, Sheamus is doing an interview and a young Christian attacks him from behind. So they're probably gonna have a match on SmackDown. Then we get later in the show the Shield versus the Wyatt family. This match was just like Elimination Chamber. Elimination was a little better. Seth Rollins will end up walking out on Ambrose and Reigns, and his reason he's tired of sitting in the middle of them two, and he says they'll have to do it by himself. That costs the Shield. The Wyatt family wins. Sister Abigail. Um, I rate this match 4.5 stars. I really want to know what's going to happen to the Shield here. It's going to be very interesting. Later in the night, John Cena comes out to address the Wyatt family. Um, Cena says if they want change, it has to come through him. He says he's given the past 12 years of his life to this business. He's standing tall. Wyatt family comes out. They appear on the Titantron. He says that he's the Reaper and he's going to put Cena down. He asks John what will be left after I take it all from you. Very good. I am loving this Wyatt family Cena feud more than a lot of people probably are because it's a very good dynamic. You have Cena, who's a Superman type gimmick he has, the Wyatt family, who are Bray Wyatt's getting pushed to the moon, which I think he deserves it. Um, I do think I am very interested to see how this feud progresses in the following weeks. And another thing, Paul Bear, the legendary, late great manager. This man has managed the greats. He's managed Undertaker, managed Kane, managed Mankind, managed Kamala, Percy Pringle. This man is perhaps one of the greatest managers in the era, in any era, really. I would put him in the same category with a Paul Heyman, with a Bobby the Brain Heenan. He's being inducted to the Hall of Fame. I think he very much deserves it. Um, so I'm really glad they did this. The next match we have Jack Swagger against Big E. Big E defeats Jack Swagger like 50 seconds into it. Cesaro hits a neutralizer on Big E. Then after that, Cesaro and Swagger get into it. Cesaro's getting ready to go for the big swing on Swagger, and Zeb Coulter stops him. They hug it out with the people. I think at WrestleMania they should have a pre-show match to Cesaro and Swagger. Really, I think this they've ran their course as a tag team. Everybody wants to cheer Cesaro, but everybody wants to boo Swagger. So they shouldn't be a team. Next, we saw Dolph Ziggler beat Alberto Del Rio. This is about a 3-4 minute match. I gave it 2.5 stars. Aaron Paul, known as Jesse Pinkman, and Breaking Bad, as in the new movie Need for Speed, drove Dolph Ziggler into the building. During the match, he distracted Del Rio as Ziggler hit the zigzag. Another segment, Triple H comes out and confronts Daniel Bryan. They admire the persistence. They keep saying they made Daniel Bryan. They made every wrestler. They made everything. The McMahon family has done it all. Daniel Bryan keeps challenging Triple H WrestleMania. Triple H starts mocking him and the fans and says no. They call out Kane. Daniel Bryan attacks Kane. They call it security to kick Daniel Bryan out. A really good segment. Daniel Bryan is so over. You know, you're going to see Daniel Bryan and Triple H. You know it's going to happen. Daniel Bryan's going to end up doing something to make Triple H say yes. Our next thing we got here was Daniel Bryan versus Batista. Daniel Bryan and Batista. You see, this I admired it. They knew Batista's getting booed. So what do? They put him in a match against the most over guy in WWE, Daniel Bryan, and then Chicago. They knew the Chicago crowd was not going to boo them, but Daniel Bryan and Batista had a great match. Daniel Bryan wins by DQ when Randy Orton attacks him by ringside. After the match, Bryan takes out Kane, who's on the apron, falls on Triple H, who was at ringside. Batista bombs Bryan, and Triple H pedigrees Bryan with authority staying on top of the show. People need to realize though that CM Punk is not coming back very soon. I do think we will one day see him back in the WWE. I do think we will. But I think for right now we gotta focus on WrestleMania 30. We gotta see what they're giving us. They're giving us possibly Bray Wyatt and John Cena. You could probably give us Daniel Bryan versus Triple H, which I think will be a great match. Brock Lesnar versus Undertaker will be a good match. Randy Orton Batista, I mean, it's not going to be pretty, but it's going to be decent. You know, we've had worse matches at WrestleMania, haven't we? We've had worse matches. Remember John Cena Batista at WrestleMania 26? Not many people do because they didn't want to watch it again. But that is your Raw review. Also, main event will have its first ever showing on the WWE Network tomorrow at 7 p.m. It will be the New Age Outlaws for the tag team titles. Make sure you watch that. Thank you for watching.